Introducing Web Design Week.
Welcome to the EMS Web Design Week, Day 2. Today we looked at images and the content, and then we had a look at trying to get heads around some of the WordPress plugins and functionality as well. Remember, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter to catch up with what we do for the rest of the week.
Social Media Yoda.
Okay, so we spent a great portion of today sourcing images for our B&B. Obviously it's a fictitious business, so we've had to use the likes of Flickr and other Creative Commons sources to find the right imagery. One of the main considerations that we've had is trying to really sell our business, and you can really see how this would affect a professional business, because with the images you really want to sell yourself. You don't, at the same time, you don't want to use too many. You don't really want to mislead, so every image has got to be a fair representation, but it's also got to make sure a customer's going to buy from you or visit your website, or actually, in this case, stay with you. So that's one of the main issues we've had, and it's divulged quite a lot of our time today, so we're starting to really understand the difficulties that something as simple as taking a picture and putting it on your website, the sort of difficulties that really causes.
The User Experience Whiz.
So images are a vital part of any website. Ensuring not only high-res but good quality photos is paramount in creating a successful design for any website. Not only do they help with sort of the overall visual style and quality of your website, but they also help the website to stand out from the crowd really and sell your product or service. Potential customers like to see what you can do at the end of the day, or indeed what you can sell if it's a product that you're selling. It's not just about image choice, but what you do with those images. How do you place them on the website? You know, where do you put them? What goes around them? What goes over the top of them? These kinds of things. Using good imagery to break up content and highlight key elements is a really sort of clever and strategic way of incorporating your imagery, and a much more attractive way rather than just placing it at the bottom of some content. This could be using your photos as a background to a section of your website, or placing key text and promotional messages over the top, or even hover states when you hover over an image and you get some text that appears that's relevant content to what that image is. You use your images or stock images to your advantage. Use them to sell your business. When you're lacking in high quality photography of your product or your service, and without the means to do so, if you've not got the equipment to go out and take those photos, there are an abundance of stock image websites across the internet that we use from time to time, and you can use yourself to get good quality images that you can put across your design. Stock images, just to sort of overview that, are photos taken by professional photographers, and these are available to anybody for a small fee, and you get a commercial license with them. They can be used to really make a design stand out, just like your own photos can, and highlight key content and features, similar to what I mentioned earlier. Stock imagery can also be really nice, as you can place your own photos if taken to a good standard. For background effects and things like this. Not necessarily something that stands out, but could be behind the whole content of your website. The only other thing really to mention then is making sure that you don't use poor quality images. Whether it's your own photos or stock images, just make sure they're as high res as they can be, as big as they can be, and taken to a good standard, quite creative. At the end of the day, you're selling your service or your product. If you kind of just plonk images at the bottom that are poor quality and just put them at the bottom of your text or whatever it might be, it can look a bit random and unprofessional. Just really work on that placement of them. You need to create a pleasing layout for potential customers to interact with, and something easy on the eye and attractive. So, symmetry is always a bonus, making sure the layout fits nicely and is nice and neat, and it just makes the content easy for people to digest and breaks it up a little bit. One final parting tip for you: stock imagery, be a little bit careful with it because it can get tacky from time to time, so be quite choosy with your choices.